Number two, guys, please remember we're in the same team. We're going to be learning something together then. Hopefully you guys have the pizza. I'm not here, teaching things that we learn in school. Thank God it's a very strong school. A lot of Gemara, a lot of Musar, a lot of, different parts of the Torah. I just want to learn something that actually we're going to strengthen the concept of Ahavat Israel, loving every single Jew. I was just outside. Somebody said in a joking way, this guy is a nothing. I said, no, God forbid, every Jew is something. Just the fact that God created him, brought him into this world, and he made us a partner to fulfill his mission, that shows that we are really something. When we offend somebody else, I'm offending a creation of God. We have to remember that. So actually, the best place to learn to what an extent, we have to have value for a Jew, even if a Jew that is a sinner in our eyes. But we have to have values for him. We actually learn it from the last part of the Torah. When you come to the last part, the last pasuk of the Torah, it talks about the greatness of Moshe Rabbeinu, right? The Torah says there was no man like Moshe Rabbeinu speaking to God face to face. All the miracles that he made in Egypt, in the desert, everything is written. And then it says at the end, Yada Chazaka, he had a very strong hand, that he took the two tablets from God. What's the last words of the Torah, guys? I'm sure you guys know. Le'ene, what's the last words? Le'ene kol Israel, what he did in front of the eyes of the Jews. So the Torah is not telling us what he did, but he said he did something in front of the eyes of the Jews. Very important to pay attention, please. What did he do in front of the eyes of the Jews? Rashi brings from a Medrash. The Medrash says that he took the two tablets and he broke it in front of the eyes of the Jews. How do we know Le'ene kol Israel means breaking of the tablets? Because when they made the golden calf, it says Moshe Rabbeinu took the tablets and he tells the Jews, "Va'ashabrem le'enechem," I broke it in front of your eyes. So we see the breaking of the tablets. Le'enechem, and here it says Le'ene kol Israel, whatever you want to call it, Gezer HaShava. You guys are the Talmid HaChachamim, not me. Whatever you want to call it, or the same word, Gezer HaShava, Hekesh, whatever you want to use, we know that he broke the tablets. A couple of the Mefarshim, they have a serious question. When somebody dies, what do you guys say about him? The negative things or the good things? The good things. Because when you speak about somebody dying, passed away, your speech actually has an effect on his judgment. You can't lie about him, say things that he never did, because that would hurt his judgment. You could exaggerate a little bit. That's what halacha says. But you have to say good things. So the Torah says all the good things about Moshe, but the last minute, oh, you know what? He did something not so good. He broke the tablets. Why would God do that to Moshe Rabbeinu? So this is, concept, that Mefarshim deal with. We're going to actually give only one answer. Honestly, guys, this, it could stay with us for the rest of our lives. How we look at another Jew. Rashi brings two reasons why Moshe Rabbeinu broke the tablets. He brings it in two different places. Place number one, he looked at the Jews making the golden calf. He said, you know what? If somebody serves idols, he can't even have Korban Pesach. When you bring the sacrifice for Pesach, if somebody is an idol worshiper, he can't eat it. So that's only one mitzvah, right? Over here, when the Jews became idol worship and the whole Torah is here, for sure they don't deserve it. So he broke it. That's reason number one. Rashi brings a second reason. He brings a parable. There was a king that got engaged to a very wonderful girl, and then there was a rumor that her maids committed adultery. So her name was tainted. The rumor said that even the princess committed adultery. So then the king became very mad, and he said, I'm going to kill you. What do you mean? You're my wife. How could you do adultery? So he was about to kill her. So the one that was very faithful to the princess, she comes and rips up the ketubah, the marriage contract. So he told the king, you're not married to her. Where's the contract? She's single. So there's no death penalty for being unfaithful. Later on, they found out that the girl didn't do any sins. She didn't commit adultery. So the king, the prince, was actually convinced to remarry her. So the good, faithful friend of the princess says, okay, you know what? Why don't you write a ketubah? It says, no. You rip the ketubah, you bring the ketubah, you pay for it, and I'm going to write on it. Let's go back to the Jewish people. Who really worshiped the golden calf? The Erev Rav, the converts, right? That came from Egypt. The Jews really didn't commit, very few. So God wanted to destroy all the Jews for committing, idol worship, idolatry. I'm sorry, idol worship, which is like adultery. They went after other gods, after other husbands. So Moshe Rabbeinu broke the tablets. He told God, the Jews never got married to you. They're not your wives yet. They're not your spouse. He broke the tablets and he tried to save them. Later on, it was clear that the Jews didn't really commit the idolatry. It was the Erev Rav. So Moshe says, okay, write the tablets again. He says, no, you broke it. You cut the tablets. I will write the 10 commandments. The first tablets were made by God. The second one, it says, Pesal Lecha, right? You go cut it from the mountain. But I'm going to write on it. Which reason do you think is the main one for breaking the tablets? Because the Jews didn't deserve it, like a Korban Pesach, or because Moshe wanted to save the Jews? Which one do you think is the more important one? Go ahead. The second one? Why? Why not the first one? It's very, very simple. You're right. The second one is more important. But it's very simple. What? Jews? Okay, that's one reason. But you could give it a simple reason. If Moshe didn't want to give the tablets to the Jews because it's not honor of the tablets to be given to the Jews because they worshipped idols, by breaking it to give honor to the Torah, give it back to God. If because the Jews don't deserve it, so give it back to God. Why are you breaking it? That's not honor for the Torah. It's a disrespect. But the second reason that he broke it, to tell God that Jews are not married to you. That's really the main reason. And now you understand why the Torah finishes it with the breaking of the tablets. You know what the greatness of Moshe is? Not that he was the greatest prophet, not that he made miracles in Egypt, not that he made miracles in the desert, not that he had a strong hand to take the tablets. The biggest advantage of Moshe was, by the way, he loved the tablets. He fasted 40 days on top of the mountain to receive the tablets. He was willing to break it to save the Jews that worshipped idols. This is his greatness. You see, that's a question. What's more important, the Jew or the Torah? And honestly, this is an argument for generations. Some people say Jews are worth nothing if they don't study the Torah. The Torah is the most important thing. If you study Torah, you become somebody. You don't study Torah, you are nothing. Then there's another opinion that no, that the Jews are the main thing. The Torah is a heavenly book to bring the good within us. If not for the Torah, we wouldn't be who we are. But really, the main thing are the Jewish people. These two schools always existed. It's actually in Tana Dev Eliyahu. Please, guys, Tana Dev Eliyahu was written by Rab Anan. Eliyahu Hanavi came to him and he said, "What's more important, Jews or the Torah?" Rab Anan didn't know. So Eliyahu tells him the whole world says the Torah is more important. But I say the Jews are more important. That's what Eliyahu says. And he brings a parable. There was a king, many advisors, but he loved his oldest advisor more than anybody else. They asked him, why this guy's an old geezer? Why do you love him so much? He says, because he's the instructor of my kid. If not for him teaching my kid, where would my kid be? And Eliyahu Hanavi says the same way too. God loves the Torah. You know why he loves the Torah? If not for the Torah, where would the Jewish people be? So the main ones are the Jewish people. I just wanted to learn this with you. When you guys graduate and you go into the world, you're going to come across many people that in yeshiva world you don't meet. I don't meet, many secular Jews. Only the ones that are seen public schools. But you guys are going to be business people, professionals, doctors. Honestly, you're going to see many, many Jews that are far from God. Have that love to them. If you're a big lawyer, right, the guy wants you to do a deal for him, put on tefillin first if he's not religious. That will bring you blessing in your deal that you want to do. Right? If he's a doctor not feeling well, call a rabbi, tell him come put on tefillin on him. Like that, you bring God's children back to them. Thank you for listening, people. It was awesome.
Donate, think of practice?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Look at those things. Look at the floor.
Where's the spike? Pizza.
Yeah, right there. That's no way.
How much is that?
Is everybody good? Hey.
Right.
This one is.
Where's the tag man? Passover is coming. I can't eat anymore.
Last week, brother.
I oh, you want the ketchup? Who wants the ketchup? You want the ketchup? Yes, maybe I come once in 2 weeks. Yeah, because they didn't take.
How much?
Let's go. I'll say you're so shy. It's all right, pizza. Just also pizza. Sorry, I'm just seeing. You all want?
No, I want to find out.
Shut the door.